So we're going to start off in standing today. And what we're going to do, you're just going to have your feet a bit wider than the shoulder width apart. Okay. And all you're going to do is just lean forward to start with. And whether that's you putting weight through your shins, down to your ankles, or if you can get to your toes to the floor, that's great for me. Looking enough to be flexible enough to get your hands down to the floor, so I'm just going to hold there. All I want you to do from that position there is then just come down into a squat. So you're going to bend the knees as much as you can, and then you're going to drive the hips back up nice and high. Yeah, I'm going to come probably only a centimetre over the shoulder width apart. And again, you're going to come down to the floor, bend the knees, so you get a good knee bend in, good angle flexion at the knee, and then just raise the hips up high. So you're essentially going into a squat position, and then we're coming up into your kind of generic hamstrings back stretch. And come back down, so you should be getting a big pull. Again, if you've got tight knees, you'll feel it in the knees there. And as you bring the hips up high, you're going to feel that in the hamstrings. You may feel it in the back of the knee, or the back of the calves as well, the back of the lower leg. And again, just come back down again. Give you a few more repetitions. We just come down into the squat and raising the hips up nice and high. A couple more. Squat down as low as you can. If you can sit into the squat if you want, or still have your hands on the floor, either or. Hold the hips up nice and high again. Can you push your knees back? Can you drive a little bit more into that stretch? Last one through. Bring bum down to the floor. Okay. And hips up nice and high. Now, what I want you to do from there is just walk your hands round to the left-hand side. So you can actually rotate the body a little bit as well. A bit of a new one this week. So rather than just lean into the side, actually try and rotate the body as well. And again, try and straighten that leg. Try and push the knees back. Really try and straighten that leg. Then you're going to walk back to the middle. And you're going to walk over to the right-hand side. And just hold. Back to the middle again. Again, walk your hands across, so don't just leave yourself dangling. Try and use your hands to walk yourself around from side to side. So back over to my left now. Again, try and get a little bit lower. Try and push the knees backwards. Keep adding into the stretch. Okay, walking back through. Guys, if you really struggle with your flexion and bending your back, getting down to the floor, all you have to do is this exercise, but with a step in front. So use your bottom stair at home, or your second stair at home. Okay, and just walk your hands across that. Easy peasy. Again, if you've got enough flexibility to reach the floor, go to the floor. If you're not far off, just put a couple of books down or something, or just a little platform. You've got a fireplace, something like that. Or if you're lucky enough like me to have a few books set behind. Back to the middle, guys. And I just want you to widen your stance, widen the feet, push the knees back, and then again, try and get even closer to the floor if you're not at the floor, or if you are at the floor, flatten the hands, okay? If even that's easy, obviously try and bring the head down towards your knees. Depends how flexible you are. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Bend the knees, and then just stand up nice and tall. Okay. Hands on hips, both feet facing forward, and you're just going to lean over to one side. So standing groin stretch or standing adductor stretch. And again, I'm just going to hold around 20-25. Just hold, hold, hold. And then just slowly shift your weight over to the other side. And again, just hold around 25. And feel free, if you do want to lean against the wall or put hands on the hips, support yourself, it's fine. Otherwise, you can just lean into the stretch as long as your standing leg is strong enough. Good, coming up, we're just going to get the hips moving a bit next. A bit of hip mobility, so just full circles. Okay, so we haven't actually done too much hip mobility over the last 12 weeks. It's been more so stretching based exercises. But again, just push the hips forward, so clockwise to start with. That's 3, 2. And again, focus more so on the range of movement rather than the speed. Okay, so slow it down, but go through further on. Going counterclockwise now, guys, so just change directions. So 9, 8, 7, all the way back, all the way forward, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next one, we're going to open the gates. Okay, knee up and out. Step back down, opposite knee up and out, back down. It requires a little bit of balance as well. You can spend 1 or 2 seconds in each leg, but next, open the gates. Okay, into hip flexion, hip abduction, and slight external rotation as well if you're leading out with your knee. If you're not, then you won't get that rotation. Knee up, flat, knee up, flat. Balance, and round. That's 2. Now, while we've opened the gates, now we're going to close. So start out, you're going to adduct, you're going to bring back in, add back to the body. Back in. It's a bit of hip mobility, a bit of balance as well. And you get a bit of traction around hip flexors and adductors that work together quite closely. Out and round, so big circle out, round and down. 4, balance. 2, and 1 there. Okay, next, standing hamstrings. Pop the heel down, okay. Weight on the bent leg, and just lean forward, okay. If you want more back of the knee, you can grab your toes. If you want more hamstrings, you can take toes down and pop the knee out slightly, then lean forward more, and that will get more bulk of the hamstring. If you want more distal hamstring, proximal gastroc, calf, pop the heel back, toes up, and knee back. If not, hold more of a hamstring stretch, so your foot down, knee just out of that straightened position. Then lean forward, you're getting a bit higher up. From there, okay, changing sides. So again, foot out in front, one foot behind, weight is on my bent leg. Other leg stays out in front. I'm going to add a slight bend in the knee, so I'm just going to put my knee forward a couple of inches there, then I'm going to lean my body forward, okay, and hold my weight on the elbow. If you want, you can lock the arms out to hold you up. But just the more you bring yourself forward over the hips, the more stretch you get in the bulk of that hamstring. And from up there. Okay, next we're going to go for kneeling hip flexors. Kneel down, and then I go in front to support you. If you need to balance and sort of pop a chair or something next to you, okay, use a desk or whatever you've got close, maybe the wall. First of all, think about tucking the pelvis underneath you. Okay, so first of all, pelvis tucked underneath you. Then, and only at that point, do you then kind of lean forward. So try not just to anteriorly tilt and just lean forward. Try and think tucking under first, and then you won't have to go as far down to get that stretch at the top of the hip from the thigh. So you come back up there, changing legs, okay, other knee back. That's going to be the leg stretching. So my left knee back, stretching left hip flexor, right leg forward. I'm tucking under first, tensing bum muscles, please, tensing abdominals. And then I'll pull those attachments into more of a stretch before you even lean forward. And coming back, change the legs again. This time, you're still going to add that tuck underneath, you're still going to lean forward. You're also going to push, so I'm on my left leg forward, I'm going to push that left hip out to the side, just lean over. Sorry, from the, you won't from the actual standing, the kneeling side. So if it's right leg behind, you're going to lean over to your left, so the opposite way. And bring the right arm up and over. So right knee behind you, and then right arm is pulling over to the left, and you're popping the hip out to your right as the arm comes to the left. You're just going to stretch tissues a little bit more to the side of the hip flexors, rather than just those muscles at the top of the hip. Coming back there, okay. Changing legs. Now I've got my left leg behind me, tucking under first, then leaning forward, and I'm shifting that hip to the left, bringing my left arm then to the right, and just hold. And coming back up there. Okay. Guys, next we're just going to do a quick bit of knee mobility. Please just try and sit back onto your heels. Okay. Me, I know I can sit back onto my left one, no problem. Okay, with my right. Really do so just keep sitting back onto your heels. See how far you can get. And again, if you need to pop the hands down, because this might be really flexible, you'll be able to actually lean back a bit as well, so you can lean back and over the heels. For me, at the moment, I've got absolutely no chance to do that in the next couple of months. At the same time, it's in a nice position to stretch your toes as well. So try not to point the feet. Try and have the feet tucked underneath you into dorsiflexion. So really try and bring the toes forward and then sit back onto the heels. Not only will you get a good stretch through your toes, flexes of the toes, and stretch the knee as well. You want to increase that stretch. Again, you can come onto a single leg and push and heel down. Sorry, your toes down and heel back. And so now, Put more weight, more load to the toes. I lean forward slightly, and again, just really allow the toes to relax and get a good stretch through those toes. So just again, hold. We're now stretching underneath the toes. 3, 2, 1. Change it over. Then push down into the floor, deepen in. And again, then push down on them. To me, hands here. You need to do that at home, that's fine. It's completely normal. You just need to offload a bit of weight from the knee. Again, it depends on how much mobility you've got through the knee, how tight the tissues are in the front of the knee. Three, 2, 1. And okay. As we've sat back on our knees, we'll carry on with knee flexion or knee bending theme. Lying inside next, we're going to go to quads. Okay, so lying inside, knees together, and just pull that heel. Even if you can just hook the back of your shoe, your sock, that's absolutely fine. If you can grab the front of the foot, flexible enough for it, then brilliant. Grab the front of the foot. And then just again, pull the heel into your bum and just hold. That's really easy. You can drop the hip back slightly. And again, you just get that top quad and the hip flexors involved. That's what I call back just here. Okay, really long muscle touches the knee as well. You can get that involved by again pushing the hip back. And again, releasing there. You can either turn over, okay, or swing around, up to you. I'm just going to do the opposite leg. So again, round the side, here into the bum. And if that's easy, drop the hip back slightly. You can even push it into the floor a little bit. Stretch the hold itself, okay, but ideally keep a hold if you can. And keep your knees close-ish in terms of alignments, trying to rock the knee out too far, just hold. And coming up from there. Okay, next, from front to back, we're going back to hamstrings. Okay, legs nice and straight. Now you're going to have a bit of a sit and reach test. If you can go kind of feet together, and then just reach forward. So it's going to depend on your back, your glutes, and hamstrings as well. And just see how close you can get to your toes. If you can easily get to your toes, you can see how many inches you are over the toes. Centimeters or millimeters would be better measurement if you're struggling. Over the toes, just see how far you can get over and hold. And again, if you can lean forward, creep forward a little bit, please do. Keep adding into the stretch. And come back up, slightly wider with the feet. Okay, lean forward again. And again, just hold. Okay, slowly coming back up. Bring the feet in together, soles and feet touching. And you go straight into duckers again. Again, grab around the ankles, gently push out with the elbows, unless you've already got quite an intense stretch. If the stretch is enough already, then obviously you don't need to push as far down with the elbows. You can just hold that stretch where it is. If that's enough of a stretch, just leave it. Okay, otherwise grab the ankles and just use the elbows to push the knees down. So good, feet forward again. We're going back to the sitting reach, so feet together again. And just see if you can get any further now. Then you get any further over the toes. Again, slowly coming back. And next, we're doing a step over stretch for glutes. We'll bring one leg over the other. Wrap the opposite arm around if you can. And just pull that hip in nice and tight. And just hold there. Again, you're trying to pull in with the hip, but also round. So trying to rotate the hip. You're really trying to hug it in tight and pull it round at the same time. Other leg comes up over. Then try and use the opposite arm if you can. If you've got enough flexibility, use the opposite arm. Because then you can actually pull, use that lever to actually pull round rather than just in. Really stretch lateral hip, stretch his glutes out. Good, and relax in there. Okay, we're going to carry on with glutes. We're going to flatten your backs. Next, ankle bindi. And you're going to pull that knee in towards you. Try and hook round both the hamstring. And then you can just pull that leg in and then just hold. Just hold in this stretch here. And again, with all the stretches, try and relax your breathing. Try and slow everything down. Nice deep breaths. Just allow those muscles to start lengthening. Try not to be tense. Three, two, one. And so coming down there, changing feet opposite leg over. And again, bring them in. His body is just pull tight and hold. Three, two, one, and zero. Again, lateral hips next, also lower backs a little bit. We go back to our knee rolls. Just let the knees drop over from side to side. Again, you may feel this at the back of the pelvis as well. You may get a couple of flicks. Otherwise, just let the knees fall. Try and keep those shoulder blades back to your shoulders, your elbows. Try and keep those pinned down to the floor. That's 3, 2, and 1. Again, we said it 10 times before. One of my favourite stretches is just leg up. If you have the opposite leg down, you may get more stretching the opposite hip flexor, but that's not what we're trying to do. We're doing a hamstring, so either or. You want to have the leg slight bend like me, where you can straighten it. And then you're just going to bring the opposite leg up. And you're going to pull the knee down towards you first, and then try and straighten this leg over the head. Okay, so you're trying to pull the knee towards the chest. Okay, as close as you can get. Don't worry if it's not touching, obviously. Just get as close as you can get. And then try and bring that foot over the top of your head. Just stretch out those hands. And good kind of position for hip flexion mobility as well. Good, slowly going on there. And then change your legs. So again, other leg slight bend, or you can have it straight if you like. And then just bring the opposite side in, knee in, and then foot comes overhead and just hold. That's 3, 2, 1. And coming back up there. Okay, coming forward. Do I need to wall next? Okay. Angle the camera slightly. So, you come around for me. I'm going to come about 10 centimeters to start with, ish. I can get my knee to the wall, so I'm going to come back to 12, 13, 14, and again come back to the wall. My heel has just come off there, so I'm going to kick forward a tiny bit, and there's my knee to wall stretch. As you can see, I'm leaning against the frame of the door, leaning against the work on top here, just so I can ease into the stretch and not have to worry about the calf holding me up too much. So this portion of the calf is low down, it's the soleus. You feel it probably a little bit lower than usual. And again, soleus, like the gastrus, touches into the Achilles tendon at the back of the leg. Good there, guys. Okay, same again. So find that binding point. So I know my right foot can go a bit further than my left. So I'm going to start off around kind of 13, 14, 15. Yeah, he was just coming off there. Probably go a tiny bit further and just keep it down. There we go. So again, find a binding point where you get a good stretch in the back of the lower thigh, and then just hold. So for me, that is my soleus stretch now. I can really feel that. On my left side, I feel it more so in the front of the ankle because I've got a bit of impingement, anterior impingement in the front of the ankle. So if you get that, if you feel it more so in the front of your ankle, normal to a certain extent. And again, it's just something you want to try and improve over time. Just try and keep the double figures. Try and get to kind of 9, 10 centimeters plus. Maybe 10 plus is great. Double figures. Otherwise, just keep trying to improve your mobility of the ankle. Trying to improve how far you can get the knee over the toe. Okay, coming up there. And then drop in that left heel back this time. And now we're going a bit higher up. Got stretch, so you'll feel the stretch come up a bit higher this time. And just hold. And changing the legs, so right leg back. Just hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Coming up. Okay. Just giving those legs a little shake out front. Heels behind. Knees up in front. And again, just shaking out to the side again. Let the ankles go loose. Okay, so let your ankles go wobbly. 3, 2, 1, and stopping there. Well done, guys. So just shy of 35 minutes there. Lots and lots of stretches, some mobility work as well. A few new ones also this week. Any questions as usual, pop a comment in the comments box or jack@energizetherapy.com.